Happy Friday afternoon, everyone. I hope you've had a fabulous week. A little bit to cover in this week's update. First and foremost, we are super excited. We were fortunate to be awarded a new research grant on adversity and adversary robust positioning with integrity. Essentially, the aim of this project is to develop positioning systems that can provide provable levels of performance that do not degrade in the presence of adversity, for example, environmental adversity, and are able to both detect and deal with adversaries who might explicitly or subtly interfere or spoof a positioning system, for example, for a drone or an autonomous vehicle or a robot. This is work with a colleague, Helen Carson, who has 20 years of experience in the aerospace and autonomous vehicle industry, both here and in the US, from QUT Centre for Robotics, as well as with Professor Iman Shames from ANU, who is a superstar in the control field, and I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into the project. As a result of that project and a number of other roles, we now have up to 3 postdocs plus another postdoc at ANU that we're recruiting for, and shortly we'll also be looking for a professional staff member as well. This week we've continued to have some really exciting meetings with industry. We got to meet with representatives from one of the largest semi-conductor companies in the world, and there's a range of tantalizing opportunities in that space, including to do with my ARC Laureate Fellowship on a universal positioning technology. Really excited to be picked as one of the leaders to be shadowed in QUT's Women in Leadership program. Really hoping I can provide some useful input and advice to some of our up-and-coming superstars in academia. I also talked a lot about mentoring last week. I should also mention that I still seek out and receive a lot of amazing mentoring. So in the last few weeks, I had a bit of a mini crisis about where my career was heading, and one of the amazing things I was able to do was reach out to a half dozen senior, respected, extremely wise colleagues, leading roboticists from all around the world and other professions like neuroscience, and got the most amazing, intricate, nuanced advice from them pretty much overnight. And being able to do that is so useful when you're making decisions about your careers. In the centre this week, we had a range of activities. We had a really fascinating grant ideation session where we worked with a number of the early career and middle career researchers to rapidly develop, narrow the focus of a number of cool research ideas that they have to prepare them for a number of grant schemes that they can apply for, including one out of our centre. We had some amazing talks this week, including one from Mark Massari of NASA and CMU, who did amazing work as part of the team that developed sphere robots that were deployed in space. And it was a super fascinating journey that he took us through in terms of the development cycle of trying to do something that really had never been done before, especially in the challenging domain that is space. Finally, we are ramping up to paper season, so we're working on a number of rejoinders for existing papers, for example, the Conference on Robot Learning, but a large number of parallel research studies that will hopefully, or at least some of them will hopefully turn into 2023 ICRA, International Conference on Robotics and Automation papers, also working with colleagues from around the world on a couple of visual place recognition survey and tutorial papers as well. So I hope you have a great week. I'm looking forward to the weekend, and I will catch you again next week.